Welcome to the Dr. Dare Show. My name is Dr. Frederick Dare. I am a therapist here in Atlanta, Georgia, and welcome to my channel. But before we get started, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Yes, you subscribe. Like this video, share it, and click the little bell at the bottom of the screen so that you will get updates of when I upload new content. We usually cover hot topics or mental health issues. Today is no different. Today we're asking the question, do you trust your friend circle with your personal struggle? Do you trust your friendship circle with your personal struggle? The Jonathan Agorbia story. So let me give you a little background. So this Jonathan lives in Bronx, New York, originally from Ghana, a small village in Ghana, and he had a roommate named Edward Amanfo, and they had been roommates. I don't know how long. I didn't see what the length was, but they've known each other from this small village in Ghana. So there was like this brotherhood there. And so how Jonathan got to the United States, he married a American girl that was in Ghana doing, I guess, Peace Corps work, some kind of volunteer work. They got married. They came back to the United States. They somehow got separated. Then Jonathan ended up in New York as a roommate of Edward Amanfo. And there were several other guys in this. I'm thinking they were all probably from Ghana as well, in this apartment in the Bronx, New York. So in August, when COVID broke out, New York basically got shut down. And so Jonathan allegedly was feeling closed up in the city and told his friend Edward that, hey, I'm going to stay with a friend in Long Island, so I'll catch you later. And so he goes and does that, Edward thinks. And so Edward said that Jonathan would pop in and out of the apartment just to check his mail and stuff on Wednesdays, which was Edward's days off. And so he didn't think anything of it or anything strange. He did see a letter where Jonathan's car could potentially be repossessed, which, according to the articles that I read, that Jonathan loved this gray Honda Civic. He took pictures with it on Facebook. It was kind of his baby. And he also used it allegedly for Lyft, as a Lyft driver. So to receive a letter like that, that's, devastating. I remember being young like that and receiving letters on cars, and it just throws you off. Anyway, and so, Edward thinks nothing of it. Edward thinks Jonathan is staying with a friend in Long Island until 6 months later. So this was in August. So on January 28th, the police knocks at Edward's door and is like, do you know Jonathan? And then, yes. So Jonathan's body had been found in the gray Honda Civic, allegedly frozen to death. I think that's still under investigation to see what the actual cause of death, but the cops are pretty sure that he died from freezing, because New York, if you've been in New York in the wintertime, you know that it is freezing. And so he was found in his car in a parking lot of McDonald's, probably less than a mile away from the apartment. So Edward is thinking Jonathan never had a friend in Long Island, or he never made it there. And he had been living in his car for months, according to the police, to report that, all his belongings, all of Jonathan's belongings were in the car. And they even found this, I guess, like a tub or a bin where he was actually using to bathe himself with this bin. And I feel this is so sad, which is why I asked the question, do you trust your friend circle enough to share your personal struggle? Because I do believe that there was some kind of struggle going on that Jonathan did not feel comfortable with enough to tell his personal circle, his friend that he's known since they grew up together in Ghana, and he just didn't. And so my questions are, was it a pride issue? Did he just have so much pride that he didn't feel comfortable telling his friend, or was he just embarrassed at the situation? That was some other questions that I had. Was he depressed or something, and just not clearly thinking? Because I think this is a death that could have been prevented. if he shared his story, his personal struggle with his friends. I know sometimes that pride gets in the way, and I know cultural things are, you're afraid to share certain things, but something happened, and Jonathan didn't feel like he could share his story, his struggle with his friends, and I get it, but what I would have hoped that he did, because maybe he would have been alive today. And that's why I wanted to ask the questions out there to you, to stop for a second and tell me if you think would you trust your circle that you have right now of friends, even family members, with your struggle, so that you wouldn't be homeless out on the street? That was the question I had, because this is a sad situation, and what I wish Jonathan would have known is, like, COVID has destroyed a lot of normalcy in everybody's life. Some people don't have jobs. Some people are struggling just to put food on the table, just to survive, and it's hard out here for everyone. And I'm sure your friend would have let you come back into the place to live, so you wouldn't have frozen to death outside in your gray car. Yes, so anybody out there, if you are struggling, don't feel alone. Like, I thank God I still have a job, and I still, things are pretty much the same for me, but that's not the case for everybody. That's why I do not judge with the stimulus checks. I do not judge with any of that, because I'm not in that predicament, and so I don't know what that looks like. I don't know what that feels like, but I hope the people that I'm around would feel safe enough to let them tell me that, because I will give you a place to live to help you get on your feet, or at least direct you to a place that can help you get back on your feet. And I was trying to think of my friend circle. Would I feel comfortable with telling someone of my personal struggle, especially like something, being homeless? That's really, really, really a hardship that is difficult to probably tell someone. So I get it. No judgment at all. This is just a sad story. I just want anybody that's out there that's struggling right now. You're sleeping in your car. You lost your job due to COVID. Things changed. You're not adjusting well due to COVID. Please let somebody know, especially if you're homeless and you have somebody wants to help you. There is some help out there for you. I know it seems like it's not. I know pride gets in the way sometimes. We're all prideful sometimes, but we have to let that go. I think you could have saved your own life if you wouldn't have been so prideful. But anyway, what are your thoughts? Again, take this time to sit and think of all your friends that you have in your life, and would you be comfortable sharing your personal struggle with them, especially if you were in need, like really, really deep in need? It's a tough situation to be in. Like, and that's why I said no judgment. What are your thoughts on this story? Yeah, go and check out some of my other stories if you get a chance. I think I'll cover this story on my live on Friday. One of the topics could be this, like, do you trust your friend circle to share your personal struggle? It's a good question, a deep question. Yeah, so let me know. Don't forget, check out some of my other videos. I've covered different topics, different hot topics. Don't forget to subscribe. Want to get those numbers up? Don't forget to subscribe. But thank you. Share this video and have a blessed week.